Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your most trusted source for real-time updates on Iraq's economic future and the revaluation of the dinar. As of the current date in the USA, the developments out of Baghdad are causing a stir across global financial circles. Today's story focuses on what could be Prime Minister Mohammed Shia Al-Sudani's most defining move since taking office, a last push to fulfill a critical promise made directly to the people of Iraq. This isn't just political theater. It's about restoring national pride and strengthening the financial future of millions of citizens. As summer 2025 unfolds, uncertainty grips the country. With each passing day, the pressure builds on Prime Minister Al-Sudani, who once made a very public commitment to raise the dinar's purchasing power. The question now echoing across provinces is simple but urgent. What happened to that promise? From the moment he took office, the Prime Minister did not avoid responsibility. Instead, he faced the public, directly pledging to improve economic life for everyday Iraqis. This was never just about monetary numbers. It was about rebuilding trust and restoring dignity after years of hardship. Now, as national elections loom, his credibility is being tested. Iraqis are waiting for results. While the currency has remained somewhat stable, it hasn't strengthened in the way citizens had hoped. The cost of daily essentials remains high, wages continue to be stretched, and imported goods carry prices many families cannot manage. Despite initial hope, doubt is creeping in. Can Iraq truly overhaul its economy enough to boost the dinar's value? Can reform overcome decades of dysfunction, political gridlock, and external pressure? Yet, even amid these concerns, there are genuine achievements that deserve attention. Under Al-Sudani's administration, Iraq's foreign reserves have hit their highest level in more than 10 years. These reserves act as a financial buffer and strengthen the country's ability to stabilize its currency on the global market. Alongside this, the government has intensified its campaign against corruption, an issue long considered a root cause of economic failure. While the system still has a long way to go, these reforms are a step in the right direction and signal intent rather than inertia. But Iraq's currency system has long been plagued by another enemy, the black market. For years, unofficial currency exchangers have thrived, often offering more competitive rates than government channels. This shadow system has created confusion and weakened the central bank's control. In response, Iraqi monetary authorities have tightened regulations and implemented new restrictions to push individuals and businesses toward formal financial avenues. The idea is to build trust in the official system, though it will take time and persistence to shift public behavior. Beyond policy and regulation, the issue of currency reform in Iraq is deeply emotional. The dinar is more than just printed paper. It represents the spirit of a nation that has endured war, sanctions, and instability. When the value of the dinar collapsed in the 1990s and 2000s, the people didn't just lose purchasing power, they lost faith in the entire system. Rebuilding that trust requires more than speeches. Iraqis need visible, measurable changes that show this time is truly different. A stronger dinar would have far-reaching effects on daily life. For a school teacher in Basra, it could mean buying household essentials without cutting corners. For a mother in Mosul, it might mean affording medical care and school supplies without sacrificing meals. For a shop owner in Baghdad, a more valuable dinar could reduce import costs and boost local investment. Strengthening the currency means translating wages into stability and effort into tangible reward. That is the core of this effort, restoring confidence in the system and in the leadership steering it. Prime Minister Al-Sudani understood this when he made his pledge. But now, promises must transform into results. The window to deliver is shrinking as elections approach, and Iraq's future hangs in the balance. The world is watching. Iraq's natural wealth and its critical location make it a potential powerhouse in the Middle East. But potential means little without political consistency, transparent governance, and a financial system that inspires confidence. If Prime Minister Al-Sudani can stabilize Iraq's internal environment, present a unified economic vision, and provide legal protections for outside investors, he could attract billions in foreign capital. The capital could transform every major sector: education, healthcare, infrastructure, and of course, currency valuation. Signs of progress are already emerging. Al-Sudani's government has begun upgrading the nation's physical infrastructure. Across Iraq, roads are being rebuilt, electrical grids modernized, and water systems expanded. These changes are not just cosmetic. They reflect a deeper intention to create jobs, stimulate growth, and show visible proof that the country is evolving. But progress on the ground must be matched with financial progress. If the dinar remains undervalued, the impact of these public works may feel disconnected from daily life. Economic growth and currency strength must rise together. There's another critical factor at play: political continuity. Elections often shift national direction. If Al-Sudani is removed from power, there is no certainty his reforms will continue. That's what makes this moment so decisive. It's not just about winning votes, it's about delivering on promises before power potentially changes hands. If his administration can make progress now, it could force future governments to follow a more stable and reform-driven path. Momentum is hard to build, but even harder to restart once lost. That said, economists are also cautious. A dramatic currency revaluation sounds attractive to the public, but without careful implementation, it can cause serious side effects. Spiking prices, financial confusion, and market imbalance are just some of the risks. That's why most experts emphasize the need for gradual improvement. Enhancing local production, minimizing dependence on imports, and educating citizens about personal finance are the foundation for lasting monetary strength. A quick fix may win headlines, but only structural reform ensures real prosperity. Today, the national mood is a complicated mix of optimism and exhaustion. Some citizens still hold on to hope that reforms are moving, even if slowly. Others remain skeptical, wary of being disappointed again. What makes this era unique is that change isn't just being promised, it's being seen. The crackdown on corruption, the moves against currency manipulation, the infrastructure upgrades, they are all real. But the key question is whether they will happen quickly enough to make a difference before political winds change direction again. From the crowded neighborhoods of Baghdad to the quieter villages of the south, Iraqis are asking deeply personal questions. Will they finally be able to afford a better future? Will the price of bread come down? Will they be able to send their children to school without sacrificing something else? These are more than just economic concerns. They are questions of survival and dignity, and they reflect a growing awareness among the people. For the first time in a long while, citizens are watching their leaders closely. They are no longer tuning out. They are demanding results. That public attention, in itself, signals a major shift. In a political culture where many had stopped believing in accountability, scrutiny has returned. People want answers. And if Al-Sudani continues to press forward, despite resistance and complications, he may finally lead Iraq toward a true turning point. But if he stalls or bows to pressure or loses focus, then this window may close just as quickly as it opened. The coming months are not just about elections. They are about shaping Iraq's future for the next 10 years or more. Each decision, each reform, each piece of legislation now will either reinforce the momentum or unravel it. For the Iraqi people, the stakes couldn't be higher. They deserve more than words. They deserve a functional currency, a reliable system, and a government that follows through. Whether or not that vision becomes a reality remains to be seen. But the chance is here, and it must be seized. There is an old Iraqi proverb that says, "Hope never dies, it only sleeps." Perhaps that hope is waking up again. Perhaps the dinar can become more than just paper. It can be a symbol of strength, self-respect, and what Iraq is capable of becoming. To all of you watching across the world, and especially those living in Iraq, your determination, your faith, and your resilience have not gone unnoticed. The road ahead won't be easy, but it is possible. Stay informed, stay hopeful, and stay ready, because the future of the Iraqi dinar is being shaped right now. If you want to stay updated on every major development, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share your perspective below. This is Iraqi Dinar News, and we'll be here every step of the way, bringing you verified information and grounded insight as history unfolds.